Yo, welcome to another away day show. And obviously, I've got the dream team back in the building. Got K Hill and I got Kojo. About these two, it ain't nothing, man. It ain't nothing about these two because their football knowledge, their humbleness, it's amazing. How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm real good, man. It's been a good day for us personally on a personal level. So, yeah, but we continue and we're happy to be here, bro. Every time with our boy. So
Trust
let's
me.
run the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Before that, though, but obviously, you just said you've had a big day, but let everybody know like what happened today, just in case they don't know, because I know not everybody knows in it. So just in
Yeah.
case they don't know, tell us what you two did today.
Yeah, we had an interview with West Ham legend and former Leicester and Everton striker Tony Cotti. So for younger fans that did not see him, he's also on Sky
Don't
Sports.
mean nothing.
Uh,
Yeah, what is
he's also on Sky Sports, if you're wondering. Does commentary sometimes. But no, it was really good. It was in depth about his career, the way he plays as a striker, the partnerships he had with people like McAvenny and Emil Heskey, what his thoughts on West Ham are currently, and a lot of other stuff that we delved into. So yeah, it was a really good interview, really fun. The guy's a great guy,
Mm,
really easy to get along with. He guessed
absolutely.
straight away by looking at us which two teams we support right off the jump. So now all overall, he's a wonderful guy, and for anyone that is a fan of football and how strikers play and want to learn how to play the striker game as well, I'm not gonna lie to you, strikers like him don't die out too tough. Check him out.
Yeah, definitely. And where can we watch that, man?
Free Midfield podcast on YouTube. That's the number three, and then in Midfield podcast on YouTube. And of course, we release audios. So anyone that's not a fan of sitting down and watching, for those that want to listen, it will be on Spotify, SoundCloud, and what's the other one? Apple Podcasts from tomorrow.
Yeah,
So yeah, and thank you
cool,
for your
cool,
he was there as
cool.
well. So thank you for watching,
Mm.
Laurie. Really appreciate that.
Yeah, Laurie's everywhere, man. I'm just wondering what Laurie does for a living, bro, because my man's just active, active.
Mm.
But yeah, so today it's about the greatest midfielder. It's a tough one because I originally set out to do central midfielders. Obviously, some people they were in between central midfield, could play slightly out wide, behind the strikers. But these are the guys that were voted for on Instagram. But there is two people missing. One wasn't voted for, one was voted for, but I accidentally left him off. Fernandinho, um, he was left off by accident, but he would definitely be on that list. Gilberto has to be in there just because of being an invincible, to be fair, and what he did for Arsenal and teaching footballers how to actually play that role, man. So underrated. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna go one by one, and we're gonna rate the players from greatest of all time, very good, average, poor, and don't know who voted for him. So that's obviously gonna be like the worst player on the list. But I don't think there's anyone that's that deep down, to be fair. But
No,
yeah, we're gonna get it
no,
cracking, man.
there's no bad players there. There is one person that
Yeah,
definitely needs to go into who voted for him. Can we do that now?
yeah,
Yeah,
go
get
on.
Pogba in there quickly, please. I don't know what the hell's doing in this goat conversation.
So straight from the jump,
Straight from the jump. I
Paul
love him.
Pogba
He's my boy,
has
Yeah,
but he
same.
does not. He does not qualify for this discussion. He's not a Premier
Yeah.
League goat in any term. So that's that.
and the other person that I think before
Yeah.
we started, Cahill alluded to it was Joe Cole because actually he wasn't really a
Here's the
centre
thing.
midfielder
Here's
as
the thing.
such.
That's the only reason why we can't vote for him. He wasn't a centre
Yeah,
midfielder. But in terms of a
so because he
player,
wasn't a bang and bang.
Mm,
Yeah, in terms of player, he was
he
very
was
good. I
fantastic.
would say he was very good,
Underrated, absolutely underrated player.
but
But
mm.
he's not a
we
centre
don't know
mid.
who voted for him, so we're gonna put him in the bottom. Um, so now we're gonna get it cracking with Cesc Fabregas.
Mm.
Um, obviously played for Arsenal for 9 years, I believe. Came in the team when he was 16, made his debut. I think it was when he was 17, Premiership debut when he was 17, and his job basically was to take over from Patrick Vieira.
Hmm.
Even though they weren't the same type of player, it was his job now to take after Patrick Vieira, which nobody. I don't think anyone could have at that time. I don't think there was anyone in the world that could have replaced Patrick Vieira for us.
Mm.
I just don't. I mean, I've seen Cesc Fabregas from centre midfield drag us out of holes, and I don't think there's many centre midfielders that could actually do that in terms of taking a game by the scruff of the neck. There is somebody on the list that obviously done it for their club loads as well, but in terms of how Arsenal were and his age and the performances he put in against big boys, against Barcelona, against Man United, against all of these teams.
Maybe not Barca.
You don't think he played?
That still rubs me wrong. That game that still rubs me wrong.
But
AC Milan definitely, Juventus definitely.
yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, that Juventus game, and that was the first time. That was when we played Vieira the first time, weren't it?
Yeah, when Henry
after
decided
he
to
left.
go, let's go for a run.
Yeah, it's just. I just could talk about Cesc all day long for Arsenal, and then when we look on the flip side, when he joined Chelsea, the connection that he had with Diego Costa was mad. Cahill, I'm going to let you speak because obviously Arsenal fan, you saw Cesc as well. How highly did you rate him?
Yeah, he was easily one of our best players to ever, one of the best players to ever play for Arsenal in terms of just pure technique, pure vision. In terms of his age as well, when, like you said, he came into that role and he was. You could almost say that he was destined for greatness, considering the role he was meant to take over, and he pretty much defined that generation of Arsenal. That Arsenal after the Invincibles of that when the Van Persies came through, Hleb, Nasri, all those young guys, and he was easily the centerpiece of that. I say what game? Obviously, the Tottenham game ranks highly in my memory, where he scores one goal and that 10 seconds after he scores a second. Fantastic goals. Like I said, the one against AC Milan. He scored against Juve. I think he scored one of two goals against Juve that got us through that tie. Fantastic against Madrid as well. Very professional, very elderman performance against Madrid. Very he knew his role and he decided what to do with it, man. Then he went to Chelsea. Obviously, he won the Premier League. Obviously, I'm pretty sure every Arsenal fan wanted him to come back, but it was Mr. Arsene Wenger's decision that we had Mesut Ozil and we didn't need a Fabregas.
Yeah,
boy, what a stupid decision that was. But yeah, he was just fantastic. I'm struggling. I think you could put him in a GOAT category. I think you actually can, because he played a massive role for Chelsea. Obviously, I think he had record assists for Chelsea as well. That pass for Andre Schürrle is easily the best pass in Premier League history as well, man. I don't know.
It's the range of passing for me, man. It's the range of passing.
It didn't work out from a bottom. You say it didn't work out from a bottom, but then again, he won the World Cup, won 2 Euros. Didn't get to the Champions League final, but won titles. I think he did at Barca. It just wasn't the fairy tale return that everybody expected it to be. I'm going to say GOAT, man. I'm going to say GOAT status.
I'm going to say GOAT. Kojo, I'm going to bring you in.
I'm thinking about it, and I think the best way to say it is, I don't think you guys have replaced him.
No.
I tweeted this the other day. I don't think anybody's replaced him.
Yeah, I don't think Chelsea have replaced him, because the difference that he made to that team, obviously Hazard was obviously the shining man, of course, but to take them to that level, they need a controller in that midfield, and he was the absolute controller. Him and Diego Costa at the peak of his powers. So with that impact, he started at Arsenal at 16, essentially, and became, it was blooded in slowly because he still had Vieira, and then when Vieira left, for a young kid in the middle of the pitch, take that mantle is not a joke thing at all. You know what? Yeah, put him in there. I think he can sit on the table.
I think the table's a GOAT, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because I know people will be like, but did he win this many Premier Leagues compared to this guy? Listen, there's going to be one guy that sits on the GOAT table and he's not won a Premier League. So as far as I'm concerned, he sits on the table. He had that quality. He showed it. And he was consistent with it, both at Chelsea and at Arsenal. So, yeah, let's put him in there.
I'm very happy for him to be there. Thank you, guys. We're going to move on to Eriksen.
Don't know who voted for him.
I disagree
I'm
with
joking. I'm joking.
that. Oh, that's that North London blood. That's that North.
It's that North London beef, man. I don't
Average.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Average.
I think in the terms of what he done in the Premiership was amazing for a year or two, and then obviously once he started, he downed tools, which I don't think I can't remember. I don't think Fabregas ever downed tools, and people that were looking to leave their teams, as in the great ones like Vieira and stuff, they never really downed tools, even though they wanted to leave. Which
you remember that semi not quarterfinal against Barcelona?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm talking about Fabregas. I'm talking about the back
I
hill.
know, no, I know
Talking
you
about
say
down in
that, but
tools. Bro, I don't know about that one, Chief.
nah, it's he was just beaten by a better team, weren't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
I'm
we'll be
joking.
honest.
I'm joking.
But yeah, I think this is gonna be quick and easy, man. Like he was good,
He was good.
very good in a couple of seasons, but the longevity as well don't really help him. So
Nah, but it's average because for Tottenham, there was a period of time where, like, I think with Redknapp, they got into the CEO and then they got knocked back out, and then
yeah,
it was sort of like a thing. But when he came in and he really found his form, and obviously on the Pochettino as well, they became Champions League regulars. That's a big thing
yeah,
for Tottenham Football Club because they were nowhere near that a couple of years ago. They were nowhere near it before that kind of time. And he became the chief creator. His link-up play with Ali, with Kane as well,
Yeah.
as Son, before obviously he was begging for a move away, was high, yeah, one of the top level. But again, when you bring accolades into it as well, and when you compare it to some of the other names on this list, he cannot be a GOAT. He was a very good player, but for me, average. I would put him in the average category.
Cahill.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I mean, yes, you can say he had a wonderful partnership with Harry Kane and
Wow,
Dele
I
Alli.
realised he's missing as well.
Yeah, there's a Tottenham player, right?
He probably would have been, that he would probably would have been playing with
Dembele. Is that the person
Dembele?
Yeah.
Oh, my boy, my boy.
I saw it. I want to put Ericsson in average because he had, I say, one very good season. Then he had very poor season, which then puts him in the middle for average. But
it's like, would you put Coutinho in this race? I personally, I don't know. I'd say him and Coutinho very level in terms of impact on their current on their teams at the time.
Just to reiterate, if Dembele was on this list, me personally, I would be putting him in a very good category.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he was that good, man. It's a shame he played for Spurs, to be fair. But
he played for Fulham as well.
Yeah, he played for Fulham as well. Don't know where Fulham got him from, but that was an amazing signing, to be fair. Claude Makelele. This is a tough one. Because I'll tell you why it's a tough one. He invented a role. I feel like he invented a role. Because everybody calls it the Claude Makelele role.
He done that way before Chelsea, yeah.
But he done it before Chelsea. So this is where the whole, you have to be careful when we're talking about Premiership, because I feel like most of his damage was done. Like his excellence was just before he got to Chelsea.
Yeah,
I would argue
elevated.
I would argue still that he deserves to be in that conversation of GOAT based on this. He spent 5 years at Chelsea. That's more time than he spent at Real Madrid. He was part of and very much a key part of the team that went back to back, the team that won 95 and I think 92 the next year. A very much untouchable side that protected a very much untouchable defense with a top goalkeeper. But the way he executed his role, I might have to put him in that conversation. The guy was quality and Chelsea just scored. The guy was absolute. Talking of Chelsea players, Mason Mount just scored a beauty. I would actually put him in that conversation of GOAT, or at the very minimum, very good. 5 years at the top level of Chelsea. In those 5 years, 2 titles, FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League finalist, and played a key part in all of them. And arguably, after he left, that's when he was done with his powers.
Yeah,
he made the role outside of his time at Chelsea, but at Chelsea he was absolutely pivotal in them winning those 2 titles and becoming a very good side after that. So yeah, I would actually put him in there. Yeah, under Ranieri, under Mourinho, and under Avron Grant for that little bit of the season,
Yeah.
I'd dash him in the GOAT category. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I'd throw him in there.
Okay.
I would say very good because I feel like there are players in that from that Chelsea team, especially in that position, that made more of an impact than Makelele. I feel like outside of the first 2 seasons, didn't really hear that much. And then again, that's the duty of his role. You don't meant to hear much from
Yeah,
him. But
not to meant to
obviously,
hear, yeah.
I feel like his time at Madrid, and I think it was PSG before that.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think that those times where it was where he really shone and where he really showed who he was. I think the greatest compliment I think might have been Roberto Carlos. There's someone in that Real Madrid team was like, "You're getting rid of this guy." So I think for that, I feel like he done his very best work outside of England. After the first 2 years, despite he was good, there are other midfielders that were obviously played a much bigger role in the title winning side. He played a role in the not conceding side, but then again, they also had John Terry and Ricardo Carvalho in the defense. So I don't feel like he was needed as much as say like an SEN
Yeah.
at the time. So I'd say very good midfielder, not GOAT. How old is he as well? Like 31, maybe?
Yeah, I think he reached that 31 or so. Made 140 something appearances. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. I'll leave it to you, Connor. It's 1-1 right now. I'll leave that to you.
I want to put him in GOAT, but I feel like we would be handing it out too easy to people if I do put him in there. Just on that basis, I agree with everything Cahill said, to be fair.
Okay.
Sorry, Macaron, but I'm putting him in very good, and it's only
it's
because
not sorry though. He's very good. It's greatest midfielders of all time, man.
I just feel like for Chelsea, when we get to them, I feel like SEN.
You know who their ultimate goal is?
Oh, we'll get there if he's on this list. We'll get there. David Silva. I don't think anyone can disagree.
Just throw him in there. Just throw him
in. Yeah, I don't even think it's worth even a conversation, to be fair.
Really not.
It's just if we start if we were trying to play, if anyone tried to play a devil advocate with that, I would just have to kick him off the stream, to be fair. It's one of them ones. David Silva is just quality guy, man, and I still even think, even though he was that good, he was still underrated. Like, I still think
it's because he went about his business quietly. You don't
that's
really,
it. I think that's what it is. Yeah,
you don't really see it. Like, it wasn't
really step overs and that.
Yeah, I can't really remember like one glorious goal that he scored.
Yeah.
But it wasn't about that. It was about his impact in that City side. It's about the connection from midfield to attack to Aguero to Sterling to all those players before. Who was their right wing and left wing before Sterling got there?
Oh God. Oh, I forgot their names already. This is shocking.
I guess
was Sane there before him?
Sane, that's one.
Was Sane there before Sterling?
I think they came in the same year. They might have came before.
Who was
that's a good one, you know.
As well. That was one of them.
Oh yeah, Navas. I think he was playing when they beat us, man.
Nasri was there as yeah. So
Nasri,
he goes,
they had
back to like 2008.
Yeah.
No.
Because he was there for 10 years.
He was there for 10 years. So I think
he was there for 10 years.
Maybe,
so
maybe 2009, 2010.
Yeah. So that's we just can't.
Let's try and see the squad again. Nasri, Sinclair. Johnson. Jesus. Milner was there as well.
The money does means that you can sign people and fling them away, like, because Chelsea have done it with like Danny Drinkwater. Like people forget the guy cost £25 million.
Yeah.
Like, and just man just get dashed away where.
Mhm.
But yeah, David Silva, we can't. Yeah, as I said, it wasn't even worth a conversation. To be fair,
Yeah.
this one's quite interesting because not many people, unless they were sort of our age or really studied football, would know who this guy was. Emmanuel Petit, Cahill, Arsenal fan. I'll let you
With
start.
me, I think he was one of those guys where you do all the dirty work and make sure that obviously Patrick Vieira would then shine and to be fair to Vieira, I mean he done both ends of the job and shone in both of them. But in terms of T, I'd say very good. I don't really know much. I don't really know much to say. You mean he had a decent spell at Chelsea. Obviously, I think he fell out with Arsene Wenger.
Yeah,
Obviously, the France run as
I
well.
mean, it's that we sold him to Barca, innit? So he went to Barca before he went to Chelsea.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, because
And that did.
like,
I think he came back in a year or something like that. Yeah.
yeah, he came back after a year.
I mean, he was very. So actually, no, I don't know about that. Maybe I'll go average actually, because there's nothing I can really say that.
Yeah,
He wasn't a shining star.
He wasn't shining. He done his job. But when you
this
do
is
your
a
job,
very
like,
tough one because we're talking about longevity as well. So realistically, he played for Arsenal for what, 2 years or 3 years?
yeah, but he also played for
which-
Chelsea. I mean, it was a Chelsea
yeah.
side that didn't exactly shine.
Yeah, didn't shine.
Yeah, I'll go average.
I mean, I think his footballing ability was very good,
His
but
IQ.
in terms of what he done, impact on the Premiership, I would say it was an average impact. To be fair, obviously,
As an individual, I mean, he played for Arsenal, 98 winners. Did he play during the two? No, he
left. Yeah,
yeah. Was he at Jose when Jose was there?
Petit,
no, before
no,
Jose.
I don't remember him being
I think
there.
I think they sold him. Yeah, so one Premier League title. Yeah, one Premier League title.
It's whoever was the when we beat them in the FA Cup final. Who was the manager? Ranieri.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he left after Ranieri. Oh, yeah, so Thing probably sacked him. It was probably Mourinho that sold him, to be fair, because he would have come that year, because that's when Mourinho came in. Yeah, so I'm gonna put him in as much as like World Cup winner, scored in the World Cup final. It wasn't for Arsenal, so we're gonna we're gonna put him into the average. This one, I feel like splits people. Frank Lampard.
It shouldn't.
Sorry. Say that again. It splits people.
Bruv.
I don't think people hold Frank Lampard as high as they should.
They don't.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying.
Which is scary.
People. Yeah, it's crazy.
It only flashed up again like 2 days ago, I think it was, and it came up how much goals he scored.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, there's bare strikers I would say half the strikers that have played in the Premiership, possibly more, haven't scored as many goals as Frank Lampard has scored. It's just ridiculous. And
I mean, he also had a very, very long career. I mean, what is 90?
I mean,
what did he get there?
That he had a long Chelsea career because obviously he played for West Ham as well.
Played for West Ham as well, and he's very good at West Ham as well. I mean,
he's still got
finished at Man City.
The rate of which he scored goals was scary. It was scary for a midfielder to be scoring goals at that kind of rate. It's never said. I mean, I know none of you are downplaying it, but for people to question his GOAT status, that baffles my mind.
He's third highest Premier League goal scorer.
He might just be. I need to check this.
I think it's Shearer, him, then
Rooney,
Shearer,
Rooney, then Lampard.
I thought it was Shearer, Aguero.
No, Aguero's not second.
Is he not second?
Aguero just passed. I think Aguero passed Henry.
So you've got Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney, Andy Cole, Aguero, and Lampard.
Oh, he did pass him. Okay, fair enough.
Lampard's
The thing is,
fifth.
I put up Andy Cole's thing the other day because I was shocked how many goals he scored in the Premiership.
If you talk about disrespected and underappreciated strikers, that man right there, man.
I mean, I think next week is what we're gonna do the partnerships. So obviously,
it
will be
obviously Bergkamp and Henri goes.
I'll say that's the best track. I'll say that's the best partnership ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, again on this one, I don't think there's any reason
no doubt.
To the goat all day, every day. Absolutely.
Yeah. One matter, curious one. That one.
Ooh.
He's not GOAT. He's definitely not GOAT.
No,
he's very good.
But
he's
it might be very. I mean, because the way he played for Chelsea was.
What year was it when he just went mad? When he just went
11, 12 or 12, 13. One of the two.
When they won the Champions League.
Oh, 11, 12. Yeah, his numbers were they were out of this world.
It was legs that he doesn't play for Man United now. Is it just legs?
I mean, no.
I mean,
at his age, and United have this. To be honest, United are ageist, unless your name is British and you come from the academy. But just the truth. But even I would say this. I'm sure there'll be a lot of United fans that disagree with me, but since he came, he might have been our most consistent player in terms of level of performance. He hardly dropped any poor games. Best creator for a while, obviously before Pogba came in. I think because Pogba's got a lot more range than him, Pogba would be the better creator. But his level of creation for the club, he scored important goals as well, especially against Liverpool at Anfield. So much so that our fans started calling it Juanfield instead of Anfield for a number of years.
Yeah. That scissor kick, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like the guy's impact in the Premier League for both clubs, I would say is incredible. I think the only shame is that when he left and joined us, he made a bad decision because obviously he couldn't win the Premier League. And Chelsea won Premier League after he left. So he should be a Premier League winner based on his quality and what he did for that club alone.
Yeah.
But
is he not?
No, he left. He joined us in David Scotsman's era.
Oh, when the Conte got there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and the next year they won Premier League under Mourinho. And Mourinho won it with them. Mourinho's the one that sold him to us.
Oh, mad.
So yeah, I would say.
Was he not there 2011?
No. Wait, no, was he? No, 2011 we won the league though. We won the league 2011.
I feel like
2010 Chelsea. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, so I'll put him very good. I wouldn't say he's a GOAT, but he is definitely very good for me.
Yeah.
He never won it.
He's never won Premier League. No, he hasn't.
No, I'm googling it now because I feel like
Matters. I'll get his accolades up right now. I've got it here as well, actually.
Champions League, Europa League.
He's never won the league.
He's never won the league. Yeah.
He's won the FA Cup twice.
FA Cup, yeah.
He didn't win at Valencia. He didn't win at Premier United or Chelsea. Yeah.
He's never won a league. Wow.
I mean, he's won Euros and that, so he's not.
Even he's won the Euros and he's won the Champions League, so he's not yet.
So he's not stressed.
And the World Cup as well, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's won the World Cup as well, so yeah, he's not stressed. But that's mad. He's never won the Premiership. But
never.
On that basis, I mean, I'm just gonna say he's very good. I think Premier League, him winning the Premier League and helping someone win the Premier League may have raised his status.
No, does that mean when we get to certain someone that they like in a very good conversation?
I feel like you need to relax for a second. We're working.
You know what? I've got a very strong opinion about who you're talking about. So yeah, Kevin De Bruyne.
Kevin De Bruyne,
very good.
I don't know.
Nah,
obviously, I don't think he's a GOAT.
Can't call him a GOAT yet.
I don't think he's a GOAT yet.
Nah. How many leagues?
How many league titles has he got now?
Huh?
How many league titles has he got now?
2 now, isn't it? It's gonna be
2 or 3.
It's gonna be third now.
It's gonna be 3.
So this is gonna be 3. He's the only person not in goals and assists to, but at least get 20 assists since Thierry. He's been extremely consistent for Manchester City,
man. But you just feel like there's just something about him, though. Like,
No, I agree. There's like a
I
bang,
don't know what it is.
but when you
The
look
way
at
he
what
plays
he's
football,
done,
that's what it is. It's the way he plays football.
but he's been a difference maker for Man City.
Absolutely. But you can see that, especially this year, that they play much better without him. He hasn't exactly been key.
They?
He hasn't been key this season with the massive injury. They play a style of
Look,
football which is much more consistent, much more free flowing, and much more less dependent on KDB, who they were
look, I
dependent
mean,
on last year.
that's good on them that they found a way to do that. But
Yeah, yeah.
when he comes, his impact is undeniable. I mean, I'm not even a fan of the way he plays because a lot of it is very much one dimensional,
Oh man,
if I could say that.
be for football, man.
But
This
the
is a tough one.
effectiveness of it and the quality of his whips. I mean,
just
okay.
feel like people are talking about the greatest.
Like in
I
10
still
years, there's like
name
imagine,
gets mentioned.
in 10 years, are you gonna say? Can you imagine yourself saying KDB goes into that list of all those people that are gonna be up there?
He could, you know.
He could, but I don't think he would.
That's not a guarantee, though. That's the thing. I don't know.
I don't think he would.
I
There's
don't
just
know.
something about him that doesn't quite
Yeah.
hit all the buttons. I don't even know what it is myself. Like, you watch him, you think this guy's an amazing footballer, especially when he's doing them crazy crosses and the outside of the boots, inside, whatever. However he wants to kick it, he'll kick it. But I don't know, man. There's just something about him. I don't know.
Plus, he's a right midfielder anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, on that basis, yeah, he's not. Yeah, on that basis, we might have to say who voted for him. You know.
No.
Oh my days.
It's weird. I feel like he's got everything about him to be a GOAT, but there's just something about him that I can't put him there.
This is gonna start arguing at some point. Him and very good.
It's 2-1, so go for very good. Wow.
Modric, 4 years at Spurs, I believe.
I would say fantastic player. I think Spurs fans might say he's one of the top 3 midfielders in their Premier League history that they've seen.
Yeah.
But he reached a whole new level at Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I would put him no lower than average. If someone said to me very good, I wouldn't be upset. But
yeah,
he would be a average for me. I would put him in average.
I would put him average just on that basis that it was Real Madrid, like that everybody will remember him for. They wouldn't be like, oh yeah, he was sick at Spurs, even though
he's very good at Spurs. I mean, the goal
is very good.
There's some fantastic goals, some fantastic passes. But when you think of that Spurs side and what propelled them into getting top 4 in Champions League, and the victories over Inter Milan, or not victory, I think it was that loss. Well, I guess that comeback against Inter Milan. Is Gareth Bale you're going to be thinking of? And if you think, I think maybe average. Yeah, average.
Okay.
Ooh, Spurs fans are going to think we've got an agenda.
We kind of do, but screw
him. True. Matty Letizia. Again, was he really a centre mid?
I mean, to an extent, he was. I mean, he could play as a cam, centre mid, or as a winger. Yeah. So it was kind of versatile. I'll put him at very good actually. Because he played for Southampton, so people wouldn't really look at him like that. But the guy's quality was undeniable.
It was just
brilliant. I can forget. It was just saw that goal against.
No, that goal stands history. But he was superb as a footballer. He was superb. Absolutely.
And like you said, in the team he played for me, yeah, it's very good. I can see Southampton fans will say he's the GOAT because he's probably been their only good player ever in the history of the Premiership.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Kevin Phillips, bro.
No, but I mean, like, in terms of top, could walk into most teams. I think he's
Kevin
probably
Phillips,
the
bro.
No, let's be honest though. Kevin Phillips, when at the time he was bagging, I know did he beat Thierry Henry to Golden Boot one year, or did he equal?
I think, 1 year he smashed like 30 something goals.
30 something goals. Yeah.
I wasn't at Sunderland as well.
Yeah, Sunderland.
So, bro,
realistically, I don't know. No, I wouldn't say Kevin.
Phillips is a GOAT, you know. If we do strikers, I'll put Phillips in the GOAT category.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we'll do that next week. Kevin Phillips.
I'm
Mesut
putting, if
Ozil
we do
again.
strikers, I'm putting him in the GOAT category with my whole chest.
I don't know about that.
With my whole chest. If you play at that low level and you smack goals to that extent, you are a GOAT.
Yeah.
I don't even want to, bruv. Nah.
Yeah,
Nah.
no, I get what Kojo said. To be fair, Mesut.
Poor. No. Ugh.
I was actually gonna say Paul. I'm not gonna lie to you. Actually, wait, hold on, Mr. Ozil. Yeah.
Oh, but no, I'd say
average.
there's very much an agenda on Mesut Ozil and the impact that he had. Everybody seems to forget that if it not for Olivier Giroud, that first season, he would have absolutely obliterated Henry's assist total.
Yeah,
absolutely obliterated it.
That's true.
In terms of his defensive game, obviously it was non-existent. But then again, should we talk about Eriksen's defensive game, or Letizier's defensive game, or Lampard's defensive game? And there's a whole different story to that. I mean, in terms of going forward, without a doubt, one of the best passes the Premier League has ever seen.
Would you say he had the same level of impact on Arsenal that Eriksen did on Tottenham?
We won.
You won FA Cup. You won FA Cup, but was he?
I mean, Eric, but they didn't win nothing with Eriksen.
No. I understand that, but I'm talking about. Obviously, he was an important player for Arsenal. I'm not talking about like status in the squad. I'm saying for
2 years he had a massive impact on us for 2 years.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. Him and Alexis Sanchez together, bro.
Yeah.
That if we added on
okay, then average then.
I think average.
Yeah, I'm saying he's average.
Okay.
And for anybody that says we got an agenda, there's 2 Arsenal players and 2 Tottenham players. So relax. And we did say Dembele would be
if you say average or
very
poor.
good.
I missed Dembele. What a player.
We have to say. Dembele, just for everybody watching, Dembele would be in very good, just so everyone knows. Michael Carrick.
Very good.
Ooh, not go.
I'm saying that with my chest. Listen, Man United fans were screaming, "Oh, who can replace Keane?" He wasn't even there to replace Keane. He made us play another brand of football.
Yeah.
He was our first actual proper, because we played 4-4-2 most of that time beforehand, or maybe like a diamond. He was the guy that was able to get us able to play 4-4-2, 4-3-3, a diamond formation, any other variation of a 4-man midfield, a 4 defense, and then the rest of the midfield, or maybe 5-3-4. His versatility in terms of how he could play a different type of role changed it. 3 Premier League titles came when he came to the club immediately. Obviously, Champions League got to the final, so it was a key player for us. It was a key player for us up to retirement. Is that deep? 2011, 2013 was fantastic. 2013 was one of our worst.
Spurs and West Ham as well. So we're just talking about Man United, but
exactly.
He was good at the other
brilliant.
two
For me, he's very good. For me, I would, me personally, I'd because I would put him in my all-time team ahead of another person that's going to be mentioned soon. I would actually make him a he's there. I would actually make him a GOAT.
The next to each other.
Hey, you know what? Actually, no. Next to the other guys, though, he can't be a GOAT, can he? He can't be a Well, yeah, facts.
You can't deny it. Look, how many Premier League titles has Carrick won? Key to all of them. You're missing out Ji-Sung Park, by the way. That's another player that we forgot to put in this list.
That was a good player.
Very good.
Is he a GOAT?
Nah.
No.
I'm not giving him GOAT status because
why not?
The only reason why I'm not giving him GOAT status.
I feel like
status.
It was great, but once again, it was quiet. It was understated.
Yeah.
When you're thinking of other players in that team, on the Manchester United side, Paul Scholes being one of them, I think in terms of levels, he was levels above Carrick.
I'm looking at all together. When I'm talking about GOAT status, I'm talking about what they did, but also if they could play for every team in the Premiership and be sick. I don't know if Carrick could do that. I don't know, me personally. I don't know if Carrick was playing for Arsenal, if it would have been the same. I don't know. That's my personal.
You had Alex Song.
If it was Carrick,
relax.
No, but
Alex
I
Dimitri,
don't
song
know.
belong. Relax, please.
Listen, don't disbelong.
I know he's staying, fam.
Don't disbelong, you know. You know what? I wish I put Belong in there, you know, because Belong would have been up there, you know. For that last season with Van Persie, Belong was moving mad.
He should be up there for thinking that Puyol was going to hand him the La Liga title instead of Abidal. That's why he should be up there.
No,
That's unbelievable confidence.
Carrick
Petit
played for the champions was a key part. Arsenal would have replaced Son. Chelsea, who was Chelsea's DM? Essien. Maybe would have replaced Essien, to be fair. Liverpool, imagine him, Xabi Alonso, and Gerrard in midfield.
Yeah, because you're talking about the other two.
That wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work.
Nah, Xabi played that role.
You wouldn't play with three of them together.
Xabi played that role.
That's for me. That's how you play now. You know when your team's not good enough and you're compensating by playing.
No, fam, this ain't no Gerrard
Lampard. Like.
This ain't no Gerrard Lampard thing, fam. This one actually makes sense. This because people have common sense in this lineup. You know what I mean?
Just to adjust Lauren's comment, Petit, he's average because he only played for Arsenal for 2 years or 3 years.
What about Chelsea?
The Chelsea season,
his Chelsea days weren't great in it. So that's the only reason why we've gone average. His ability was very good, but in terms of his impact on the Premiership, in terms of his impact on the Premiership, it was just average. I don't think, apart from Arsenal fans, would they talk about Emmanuel Petit. That I'd rather doubt it, and that's why for me he's an average. Now we get on to the guy that for 3 years, how would you say more than that? Was just mad. Like this guy here, Essien, man, like
Uncle S.
I don't know, man. Do you think he was the closest to Patrick Vieira? Like from when Vieira left. Actually, I don't know because I don't think he had the skill of Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, he had a very good shot, and we know that
shot that he's got against.
We know that perfectly well.
that goal, yeah. Listen, I do not like Chelsea if anything, but as a Ghanaian, when I saw that goal go in, yeah, I felt it all in my body.
Even when I see it now, it gives me goosebumps because it was just the shot was just mad.
Anytime I see it, I'm always, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, God, Ashley Cole, you're such a bar. if VAR was there for that, Ashley Cole would have been ruled out for a foul because he tripped up. I think he tripped up Diaby, cheating. Blah.
Diaby, oh man.
If Diaby was fit, he would be in this conversation today.
Yeah, we can't put him in a conversation.
No, of course not.
He's not in there. Sheik Essien. I think he's here.
Essien's.
I don't think he's any higher.
He's definitely not lower as well. So I think that's fair.
Lower, so very good.
Yeah. I can agree with that. It's just because of the role he played, but the simple fact of the matter, he played his role. I think he was one of the best players to play that role. Yeah, maybe even the best. I think maybe eclipsing Makelele in terms of importance to that Chelsea side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Plus, Johnny Mikel, man, another player that could have been on this list.
He was brilliant as well. Yeah,
attacking midfielder as well, and then Jose Mourinho. Yikes! I prefer not to speak.
Kante.
Engolo.
This is a mad very good. When you pre what he did
for Leicester,
and then he went to Chelsea and didn't even win the league straight away.
Done the same, yeah.
He's very good for me.
So very good. Are we just agreeing on that? So we don't need to go into it too deep. We just need to say the guy was very good.
I feel like because of the past 2 seasons.
Yeah.
I feel like you can only put him in very good because
it's kind of making him. He could have been up here.
He could have been
absolutely. 2 seasons is making him do this.
But then again, why is the reason why he's not up there? Is it because him individually, or because of the coaches trying to make him play a certain style of football? Which just
you know what my argument with that is. I think if you're that good.
No.
Try and make you play any different way. Could you imagine somebody telling Patrick Vieira, you're going to stop playing behind the strikers?
Look at one of the players and don't know who voted for him. I mean, that's the reason why any player, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You need to play, especially
No, but I'm
nowadays.
saying if he was
You
that
need-
good, no, but I'm saying if he was that good, they
Nah,
wouldn't
man.
be trying to move him. That's what I'm saying. If you were that good at what you do,
Kante is exceptional at what he does. I think the thing with Kante is, I mean, even now he's slowly starting to show glimpses of his former self 2 years ago, which is really good. But I think what it is once you get to a high level in such a short amount of time, because it was his first 2 years in the Premier League, like once you get to that at such a short, high level at a short amount of time, and especially in an unprecedented Premier League where no one thought they were going to win it at all. In terms of Leicester at the beginning of the season, he was thinking Leicester going to win the Premier League. You know, in terms of that, his impact is incredible, and the level he reached, and it was above so many other midfielders in world football, let alone Premier League football. That would put him in a very good category straight away. You become a GOAT if you are overly consistent. He was consistent for those years, and then he had a period where he was very inconsistent. And that can do with the team as well, because the team Chelsea were inconsistent. We've seen it with Chelsea. They'll have years where they won the league and then they'll finish 10th. A year when they win the league and then they finish 8th. It happens with Chelsea sometimes. So it's not just him. But within that, can you still shine out? Can we look at you and say, even though Chelsea performed like this, you on your own did this? Kevin Phillips scored 30 something goals. Did the rest of them perform to a high level? No. Did someone at a high level? No. But him by himself, was he excellent? Yes. So I would put him in the very good, because his level of consistency did drop a bit, but he started to find himself. Maybe in a couple of, maybe in 2-3 years, if he grabs another Premier League title and he continues to do his thing, then I will have him in the GOAT. But until then, he is very good.
100%, man, 100%. Nicky Butt, I don't even know who voted for him, but
Nicky Butt is poor. I would say poor because one, we need someone in there, and two, but more importantly, two. Look, to be fair to him, he was like United's utility man before the utility man became like a O'Shea or like
he was Darren Fletcher before Darren Fletcher.
Yeah, like no, but Fletcher would go down for me as a very good, or maybe an average, or maybe a very good, just because in that time we were also winning titles with Carrick and stuff. He had a very strong impact in the United team. He's very underrated. He wasn't a shining star in terms of like technical quality and all that, but in terms of important goals, big games, performances, he was doing the thing. But Nicky Butt was good for us, just wasn't near the levels of the other guys you're going to speak about. When he went to Newcastle, he was like the elder statesman who just showed. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he showed. He had a good account of himself there. It showed his experience. Was a decent player for them as well. So I would put him in. I'll put him in poor, just because if I'm talking about now the other guys above him. Wait, hold on.
Bro, he got replaced by Jemba. Let's not talk, please.
But how long did Jemba last, man? Allow it.
Still got replaced by him.
Exactly. But I'm sure that's what we're looking at and saying, listen,
we've seen who we put in average. We can't put Nicky Butt in average.
Yeah, no.
You can't put Nicky Butt in average.
Not because just because of who we got in there. So for me, he has to go in poor, or I don't know who voted for him.
Okay, he's definitely not going in the one below.
Yeah, no.
All right. Well, I said poor first. I ain't mad, but I recognize that he was good for us.
He played a role for United, and unfortunately for him, when you're a role player, it doesn't mean you're going to have as much of an impact as, say, Eriksen, Abati, and Modric or Ozil. So yeah, poor for me.
Paddy, we're on to Paddy.
Put him in the GOAT, and let's end this conversation, please. Move on to the next person.
I'm just going to say I've never seen anything like him.
You don't think Paddy is very good?
Anywho.
Oh, wow. I just got Anywho live. That's crazy.
I'm not even taking nothing from you. I'm not taking your matter.
No, I'm joking. He was elite. He was elite.
If there was something higher than GOAT, man, I'll be putting him in there.
He's number one in the GOAT.
I wish we could change it, but we can't.
You can move him.
Look at it.
Look at it.
There we go.
Put him back, man. You put in sequence. Put him back, man. How you putting two Gooners there?
Hey, bro, it's Big Gunner's show. Relax.
When Skulls comes, you're gonna put him in front of
Is it Coach Collier's show?
Hey,
No,
I'm asking him a question, not you, fam. When Skulls come, you're gonna put him in front of Fabregas.
That's if Scholes is even getting in goal. What do you mean?
You are shameless.
Paul Ince.
Paul
Very
Ince.
good.
Very good, yeah. Very good, I agree.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's one of those things. It was unfortunate how it ended at United.
Yeah.
He was very solid playing for United, but obviously Ferguson felt that he wasn't as necessary as a Roy Keane, as a Paul Scholes, especially when the class of '92
I think he's going back to Ferguson more than most as well.
Yeah, I mean, he came from West Ham.
Yeah,
but obviously, I feel like he was highly disrespected as a player, especially when he went to Liverpool as well. And he done a very good job at Liverpool.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Fergie, I think Fergie called him a big time Charlie, and well, he scored against United, and boy, that kind of set that narrative to rest.
Love it. I'm putting him in there, man. All right, gingerbread man.
How dare you, fam?
I mean,
him.
We're not gonna argue about Paul Scholes.
Put him behind Fabregas.
How dare you?
Behind
Fabregas. Don't do it. Gunner.
No, there. That's it. And then there.
How dare you, sir?
I think that's fair.
That's fair, though. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I mean, we could talk about Scholesy all day, man. It's just a magician, and I know everybody's gonna keep banging on. Was it Xavi and Iniesta said that Scholesy was the best?
Was it actually? Is that an actual quote?
Yeah,
Xavi said it. Xavi said it. Yeah.
Xavi said it. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, is an actual quote.
I feel like in terms of like, wasn't he like half blind when he came back for United and then they won the league? It's like, come on now, come on. And he was key.
The guy couldn't see. I was still popping,
bro.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate Scholesy until he left, till he stopped playing football. To be fair, and it was only when I went back and watched, obviously, like Premiership years and all of those things.
In terms of numbers as well, man.
Yeah, in terms of numbers, I didn't realize how good he was until after. And I think when Roy Keane talks about someone highly, you know that they had to have been a humble footballer that was very good as well. Because Keane don't just give out, he don't give out compliments, and he doesn't really like anybody in life, does he? So the fact that Keane holds him highly is enough for me to say, yeah, he was definitely a great Roy Keane.
Let's leave this to Kojo. This is going to be interesting.
Roy Keane's a goat. Listen. I know. No, listen. It's this simple.
I don't think he's good at football.
Let's go to.
Wait. Sorry, what? You don't believe he's good at football?
Yeah, I just think he was a great captain and he was great at what he did. But in terms of
no, bro, that's blasphemy. Man. That's blasphemy.
Listen to what I'm saying.
I am not even his biggest fan at all.
Okay. This is what I'm saying, Kojo. Right now, we've got 5 players in GOAT. Yeah. And we're going to put him. He's going to be the 6th.
Yeah.
If you had to pick 2 out of them, you wouldn't be picking Keane. I don't even think Keane would be.
No, but again, that is again. That's because you can say that about any of the other 3 in there. So you pick 2, the other guy get kicked out, fam. The guy was captain.
That's how we're doing it. We're doing it.
But that's not how we're doing it. Because if that's the case, we have 2 goats and everyone else is very good.
No, I feel like out of all the goats, I feel like there's one guaranteed player that everybody picks. I think the rest are jumbled.
That's no, but again, that's also subjective because some people won't pick Vieira. I know that's what you're talking about. Some people won't pick him. I would pick him, but that's me.
I'm talking about us 3.
But that's me though. If you say everybody else,
people that wouldn't pick him are Spurs fans and Man United fans.
Why not? Come on,
long.
That's not serious. That's not serious.
I've had this conversation so much times where people are actually trying to say Roy Keane is better. You asked
the question on Twitter.
The only thing that Keane, if we're judging everybody on trophies and stuff, obviously Keane is amazing. But remember when he left, Man United won 5 league titles as well.
And when he was there, Man United won 5 titles, won the treble 3 years in a row, and won Champions League.
So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, me
Won the
personally,
treble 3 years in a row. Won the Prem 3 years in a row.
That's what I meant. Sorry, I won the treble.
So for me, like it was more the Alex Ferguson touch than it was the Roy Keane touch. If you get what I mean?
Nah, bro. I said in this podcast earlier that when I made my all-time 11, Carrick gets in there more than Keane. I said that. However, if I'm going to be
if that's what you're saying,
no. But then, if I'm going to be, that's no. But listen. That's because when I base it on ability, I feel like Carrick had more. That doesn't mean Keane wasn't a great footballer. No, don't put your hands up because that's not me saying he's rubbish. He was a very good footballer. Technically, he was actually really good.
Just agree with me in your own way.
No, this is baffling. I can't believe this, bro.
I feel like you're agreeing with me in your own way,
bro. Slap him in the GOAT category, please. Just do it.
I mean, I was gonna slap him in there because you have to just on the basis of him being the captain.
But you don't think he carries ability.
Not like that.
I feel like
what? Not Kel. I wanted to answer the question. Not like what? Because if you want to do comparison to players, then that's different. I could say, oh yeah, Lampard didn't have the same skills as Patrick Vieira, Zinedine Zidane. But he's still in that conversation.
I know, but if we was talking about GOATs and we was like putting them in order, obviously Lampard would be quite far down, wouldn't he? So what? You saying Lampard here?
I'm happy with Lampard. I'm not even mad at that. You can put him third or fourth. I'm not mad at that. Lampard's ability was fantastic. So was David Silva. So was Fabregas. The role he played was different. Fabregas and Silva's attacking midfielder. Thing's not even a defensive midfielder like that. He's more of a centre midfielder, but he was more defensive than David Silva, clearly.
Yeah.
But technically on the ball, he was very good. And when you watch videos back of him, I'm not talking about just YouTube small clips here and there. I'm talking about actual videos of him. Forward passing, very effective. Had an eye for goal. Was very sound defensively. In fact, he was very good defensively. And of course, he was a leader and helped us win accolades. The guy is a GOAT. I know you're not even arguing that. But on top of ability, if you go and check his ability, fam, you'll come here and you'll question yourself and think, okay, wait, the guy was actually really good.
I keep saying this. This is my argument for it. Is if you was talking about who would still thrive in the game right now, everybody that we're gonna put in.
I mean, Vieira wouldn't.
If we're gonna put everybody in the GOAT, everybody that's gonna go into this GOAT list, I don't think he would be the one that I would say. I even know, man. I think he'd be on like Leicester level.
If West Ham's midfield can go into this conversation, of thriving in the Premier League right now, then he'll thrive. I ain't trying to hear that, fam.
In terms of, I feel like you're basing it on terms of red cards and there's recklessness.
No, I'm not even basing it. I'm not. Then I've just never rated him that highly, but I know that he's.
I feel like it's because of the rivalry, though.
I'm not even his biggest fan. I wouldn't even say that because I hold Carrick and I hold Scholesy very highly, but
but Vieira and Keane, that was when you talk about Arsenal.
Maybe it's that. I can't lie. Maybe it's that. Ruud Gullit. This is hard because how much times did he even play? Like,
I don't want to call him poor.
I don't even know who voted.
I don't want to say don't know who voted for him, but I can't call him average.
I think we should, I think it's who voted for him. Because if we're talking about Premiership, let me just quickly get up the thing for Premiership.
Gullit was here in Chelsea for 3 years.
He was player manager. He won the FA Cup as a manager.
I know, but he played 31 games, then 11, then 6. So that for me, that is more.
He was transitioning into a manager and a coach.
Yeah, that's more for me. It's who put him there because he shouldn't even.
No.
Put him there because of his name.
But he had a decent impact on that Chelsea team.
Poor.
Would you not put him poor at least?
Yeah, I'll put him poor.
I feel like I know, but here's the thing. I feel like poor is kind of disrespectful.
It sounds disrespectful. I know.
Yeah, it is. All right, we're gonna put him.
No. But here's the thing. I don't want to put him average either because I don't think he came into the Premier League at the very, very end of his career.
This is why I'm saying I don't know who voted for him because
but it's
okay. Go for that then. Go for that.
He came into Chelsea at the very, very end of his career, a star-studded career, trophy-leading career as a player, AC Milan legend, Ballon d'Or winner. Like, come on, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're thinking about. But in terms of Premiership career,
exactly. I can't. Don't know
who voted for him for me.
That's fair. Yeah.
Xabi Alonso.
Very good.
Is it Xabi? It's Xabi Alonso, isn't it?
Xabi.
Yeah. What are you guys saying for him?
I might say average.
I might say average as well. Yeah, I'm thinking about it now.
Because him, Gerrard, and Torres in Liverpool's team was fantastic. But did he come the year they won Champions League?
He won the Champions League.
He was part of the team. He's part of the team, isn't it? That they won the Champions League.
Okay, wait, hold on. This is okay.
This is where we got to think. This is where we got to think wisely because if we're talking about Premiership, does the Champions League count? Does it count, or is it part of a Premiership season?
He was there for 5 years. He did really well there.
He had a bigger impact at Real Madrid and at Bayern than he did at Liverpool.
I agree with that. But he came away with how many accolades? 3 accolades. 4 if you count community.
Where did they finish in his final season? What year was that?
Liverpool, 2004 to 2009. So the year they finished second behind us. The famous Benitez, Faxrent. But that's the highest finish, isn't it? So apart from second, maybe like 4 for something else, really.
That's tough.
I don't think they finished.
I think that smacked up Real Madrid as well.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
I mean, he won. Was he there when they won UEFA Cup as well?
No. When did they win UEFA Cup?
Sorry, not Super Cup. No, UEFA Cup. Super Cup. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, they did win the UEFA Cup when they won the treble. When they won that treble.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
But he wasn't there. That was 2001 or something like that. So, boy,
this is gonna cause some backlash. I think if we
no, because he was good,
average. But I think he was very good. But Liverpool, we're talking. If we're marking him on these Liverpool, I'm going average. To be fair, on just these Liverpool. Because when everyone was to talk about it, would they mention him? Would his name come up?
100%.
Yeah. We mentioned him we did an all-time Premier League conversation time ago, and he was part of the conversation, not of our team, but it's definitely part of the conversation.
I feel like if there was a good between average and very good, he'd slot right in there.
that above average group, yeah.
But there isn't. So I don't know.
There is as well. It's like the disrespectful fans will come and tell you that they wanted Gareth Barry to replace him. And even though that's not his fault, that's quite damning.
This is going mad.
What have you done?
You
know what? It's tough
because I'm tinkering between this and this.
Okay, I'll say it like this. He, for me, does not have the impact and the accolades that a lot of the names on that list of very good have. So I'm going to put him in average.
Cahill.
That's what I've gone down to. I've gone down to accolades. That's the only way I can do this. Because
but
Kante, accolades. Essien, accolades. Carrick, accolades. Kevin De Bruyne, accolades. Mata, accolades. Makelele, accolades.
Yeah. Ins accolades as well. Oh, yeah, I got average.
Ins accolades, yeah.
So it's 2-1. Stevie G.
Put him in the GOAT. Let's not even have the discussion.
I want to hear what things say. Because he wasn't sure. What are you going to say about
that? I think
you're disrespectful, bro.
You know what it is?
I'm not saying it because I'm in 95 minutes. So I know I'll be
the Champions League saved him.
No,
I can't lie. That's
my guy bagged if 140 goals, for a bad Liverpool side.
Yeah.
Majority of the time he was there, a very bad Liverpool side.
I don't
I
think
mean, I'm happy to go in it, but
nah,
like,
bro.
I don't think he would get on my bench for if I was picking a greatest 11. I don't think he would get on my bench.
Your bench,
He wouldn't make bench.
You're disrespectful. You're
Come
hella
on.
disrespectful.
Come on. Wait. Hold on. I need to ask this question again. Who would be your two from the midfield? I know Vieira's one. Who joins him?
It's a tough
Oh,
one.
actually, no. So I'm gonna have to rep the free midfield, isn't it? What would be the 3-man midfield in your team?
Oh, so if you're extending it to a 3 now,
I know Vieira's
Cesc,
there.
Cesc, Vieira, Cesc or Silva, Scholesy and Vieira, and Lampard.
So you want a 4-man midfield now?
No, so I'm saying like I'm saying Silva and Cesc could rotate for that third position, but it's. I don't know, what am I doing in my life?
Yeah, you said
Scholes. Are you putting Fabregas above Lampard?
Oh, wait a minute, what have I done? Oh yeah, it's Vieira, Scholesy, and Lampard. That's it.
Who's making bench?
The rest, Silva, Keane, and Cesc.
You're not putting Gerrard above Cesc.
I don't even know if I'm putting. I think I'll be putting. Keane. I'll be putting Keane there because obviously if Vieira gets injured, and Silva obviously great sub to have to come on and get assists and stuff. So that would be my team.
Bro, with all due respect, sack Gerrard up a level, please.
Bro.
Oh yeah, is he not on GOAT?
Bro, defensively, offensively, it's just brilliant, man. You can't deny it.
Because he was in such a bad team, he just looked better.
But if you put him in a better team, would he have not won league? Bro, he won a Champions League.
He should have gone to Chelsea,
bro. Against a very
Chelsea.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I would have rated him highly. We would have went to Chelsea,
bro. But he didn't, and he's still a GOAT, man. It's ridiculous. The agenda against Gerrard is disrespectful, man.
He's on character level.
Premier League legend, bro. 100%
level, man.
He was what?
On character level.
You're disrespectful, man. You're hella disrespectful. Ranger pass, defensive IQ.
You know what? His passing was overrated, though. I'm not gonna lie. He thought he was David Beckham, innit? He thought he was Bex, but he didn't have that sort of text.
You're very disrespectful,
passing,
bro.
It wasn't on David Beckham's level.
Of course it wasn't, but he's a center. Bro. Yeah, end the conversation. Slap Yaya up top and put him second. But put him second.
No, don't put him second.
Yes, put him second.
What do you mean put him second? What are you talking about?
I'm putting it.
Put him third. Yeah.
I'm putting him.
Put him fourth.
Yeah. What?
Yes.
Okay, put him there.
I know it's longevity because I know that Lampard will get more longevity as well, but Lampard's impact is pure evil. It's pure evil.
I think on I always talk as Vieira as the best. I think Yaya was second best in that mold.
The closest midfielder to Patrick Vieira, in the Premier League.
Yes. So
in that basis. Actually, no, maybe.
I think he had a bit more. Do you think he had a bit more going forwards?
Sorry.
Then Vieira? Yeah,
but he had nothing on Vieira defensively. So Torre wasn't that good defensively.
Even though he played centre back,
he was quite sloppy. Yeah, I know he played centre back at times for Barca, but it was quite sloppy going back. Quite sloppy going back sometimes. I'm not even gonna lie. He doesn't touch Vieira. He might be close in terms of energy going back and forth, but there's everything else. He ain't there.
No, I'm totally happy with this list, man. Like, I don't think I would. You know, sometimes you're umming and ahhing about who to move up and down. I don't think there's any that I would be moving up or down. But obviously, like we're saying, Dembele, Fernandinho would be in very, very good, in the very good category. What about Fabinho for Liverpool now?
Relax, man.
Right, chill.
Henderson
would go in.
No, I'm joking. Average.
Yeah, because it's only the last 2 years that he's come up to a level near those guys of very good, but he's not touched very good level. No, not in terms of Kale, his impact. I hate the guy, but in terms of what he's in his importance for Liverpool, and the last 2
He's
years,
very
he has,
important player in that centre mid.
and he's played very well in that team. In terms of
But
ability and that, he doesn't touch him.
He's only a very good. He's only a very important player in Liverpool centre mid because they don't really use centre mids. They use energy. That's what they have,
I don't
man.
agree with that per se. I don't agree with that per se.
Look at Thiago, bro. Look at
Fam,
Thiago. Tell me
Bun Thiago, man. Bun Thiago. He's the reason why. This guy's the reason why Trent Alexander-Arnold can run forward like some donkey and go with balls in. Ever since Henderson was centre back, what happened to Trent Alexander-Arnold? That guy's gone missing, fam.
True. Yeah, true. That is true.
True. Can't even deny that. Would there be anyone else that you could think of that we've missed?
I'm trying to think now.
I was thinking of that Chelsea guys because Chelsea had a lot of midfielders. You're talking about your Deco.
Obi Mikel was one.
Mikel was definitely another one as well.
Jay Spearing.
Imagine.
Someone did say that today as well, actually.
What about Kevin Nolan?
Yeah, to be fair, Van der Vaart as well.
Van der Vaart was good for Tottenham for a couple of years.
Yes.
He was good for a couple of years.
Van der Vaart more than probably Modric and Eriksen for me.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's
much worse team as well, man.
I don't know.
He started the Tottenham Renaissance.
He did, but
Jamie Redknapp.
Would you not argue Tottenham went up a level in terms of going to Champions League proper consistently with Eriksen?
Yeah, but then again, who did Van der Vaart have to run to play off?
Modric, Bale, Defoe, Adebayo. Well, to Adebayo.
Yeah, they were the first team to get in the Champions League.
I forgot how long he was there for. To be honest,
Aaron Lennon, and that's when Aaron Lennon was doing dirts to people on the right just for fun, the fun of it. They had a good team. Jermaine Genius,
Defoe as well was there. Your boy Pavlyuchenko,
Roman Pavlyuchenko,
Pascal
Chimbonda, Benoit Suekoto,
Rebroff, all them man there. They had some stinkers. But boys, again, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for rolling with me today and helping me choose this. We're definitely going to do the strikers next week. That one should be entertaining. Where, so anyone in the comments, make sure you fling in your strikers. I know Kojo's dying to put Kevin Phillips in there.
Come on,
and probably trying to fling Tony Cottee in there. Did he play the Premiership? He did, didn't it?
He did. He would be in the average category for me.
In the Premier League, yeah.
In the Premier League, yeah.
He came in. I think it was like 30 when he got to the Premier League. So
yeah.
I mean, he was top scorer for West Ham and Leicester in terms of goal scoring for a few years.
Oh, was he playing for Leicester when Bergkamp scored that hat trick?
I think he was.
No. That was like 97. I think.
Yeah, he joined them in 97.
Leicester.
Yeah, he was there from 97 to 2000.
It might have been then.
So he was there. Yeah. He came to West Ham in
because he's played in the Walker kit, man. He played in the Walker kit. 93,
and he spent another 3 or 4 years there, and then he left
to Malaysia. To Leicester. Yeah. Oh, you might be right.
He did. He did. He played in that game, man. I remember now. I remember seeing him. That is banter. But yeah, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. And
no worries, brother.
Yeah, anybody that hasn't watched their podcast, I'm gonna go watch it before I go to bed now. With Tony Cottee, that's a major key right there, man. Like these guys are moving forward, man, and just love to see it. So make sure you guys go support Free in Midfield with the number 3. Don't do what I do every time I try to search them. Try to spell free. I don't know why I do it.
That's just low, bro. The numbers makes it much more sense.
I don't know why I do it to myself. Even though I'm subscribed to your channel, sometimes it doesn't flash on the top. That's how I usually find it. But yeah, guys, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for rolling with us. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like button, and we'll come back next week with the strikers, which will be a bit more interesting. Actually, I think be a bit more who's going to be up and down in there. But everyone, make sure you have a good evening. Make sure you social distance. We're going to be out of this soon, man. We'll be out of it soon.